With our main topic today, well, Egypt today celebrates Women's Day on the 16th of March. The idea of this day was chosen, or this occasion was chosen as in the year 1923 on the 16th of March. Huda Sha'rawi called for the establishment of Women's Union. After this, by years, the Egyptian women started to obtain the right of giving her vote and also to run for office, and the Egyptian women nowadays became a member of parliament, ambassador, judge, and minister also at the same time. Well, to shed more light on the Women's Day and also the health of women in Egypt, we have the pleasure to have with us today in the breakfast show Dr. Nahla Bakry, a nutritionist. Good morning, Dr. Bakry.
Good morning.
Well, Dr. Bakry, let's start first with the state's interest and giving care for the Egyptian women, and especially President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have allocated a special year for women and always called for women empowerment.
Exactly, and this is wonderful news, and this is why I would like to explain today how all women in Egypt from all ages can take care of their health in a very, very simple way. Of course, all women, they care about their body, their hair, their skin, their children, right? But we're talking about if you cannot take care of yourself, you really cannot take care of anybody else. So let's take the elements that you need, and then I'm going to explain how exactly to apply that. The first element important for women and for everybody is water, of course. Hydration is so important for your skin. And so no matter what you put on your skin, if you're not hydrated, you're going to have really wrinkles and very dry skin, right? So hydration is the most important thing. And hydration comes from water itself. We can add some few flavoring, natural fruits or vegetables or ginger, for instance, to make it taste better. We can also drink lots of soups in the winter when it's very cold, or herbals. Any kind of herbals is it does like the double benefit, like anise or ginger or cinnamon. And also you can add you have to avoid counting water with caffeines, because caffeines remove the water very fast. They're diuretics. So the water is eliminated from the body. So water, soups, and herbals are main for women.
So the water is very important, of course, for the skin and for the kidney and
for everything, for detoxification, for all over health. And we need 2 to 3 liters of water a day, of liquids, liquids, right? And then the second important thing for all women, the calcium. We all know we need calcium for our bones, for our teeth, for our nails. And in order for us to simplify where we get calcium, the best source is milk. Milk and milk products. Milk, rye milk, yogurt, Greek yogurt. These are very, very high in calcium. Cheese is on a lesser degree, but the milk and the dairy, they are the main essential calcium giving for the body. But if you have lactose intolerance and you really cannot tolerate milk or milk products, usually you can have dairy products like yogurt and rye, even if you're lactose intolerant. Milk is the thing that you want to avoid, and you can find it in all the green leafy vegetables, like for instance parsley. Like if we eat tabbouleh, for instance, then we get our calcium. Okay.
So Dr. Bakry, so you've just mentioned the milk and the cheese and the calcium. So what age benefits from this? Because we all know that the young girls, or when they are still children, they take very good benefit of drinking milk and eating cheese or salted cheese. But does the old woman benefit also from this?
Yes, everybody. And in order for calcium to be absorbed in the body, we need to take it with vitamin D. And so vitamin D, luckily we are in Egypt. The best place for vitamin D is the sun. To expose our bodies as much as possible, not just the face. We need to expose the body. If you are fair, like you, a fair skinned, all you need is 10 minutes a day, 10 to 15 minutes a day.
Yes.
The darker you are, you need more, like 20, 30 minutes. But if you are really, really dark, your body is not going to absorb the vitamin D, and you need to take them as supplements.
Yes.
And some women, they need to take them as supplements if they are not taking enough vitamin D. So calcium and vitamin D, they go together. They're essential for women.
We have no problem here in Egypt
No.
with the vitamin D, of course.
No, as soon as
we
you
have a
expose
sunny
your
weather, of
body,
course.
yes, you expose some skin to the sun, then you have no problem. All year long we have the sun,
Yes.
luckily.
Yes.
And then we also need omega-3 for brain functions and for heart and for your skin and for your hair. The omega-3.
So what is the kind of food that provides? Yes.
Exactly. The essential fatty acids are available in nuts, in seeds, in fish, in avocados, specifically in walnuts and flax seeds when we talk about seeds, and specifically in the salmon fish or all kinds of fish and seafood. Also, they are in the green leafy like molokhia, like spinach, all the green leafy, and in the whole grains you could find the omega-3, but mainly in the seeds and in the fish and avocados, and also happy news for women, the chocolate, the dark chocolate and cocoa is very abundant in omega-3.
But she's going to gain weight.
Not the commercial chocolates.
Yes.
If you take about pure chocolate, pure cocoa, which is 100% pure cocoa, this is very, very healthy and also loaded with omega-3 and antioxidants.
Yes. Concerning the pregnant woman, nutrition for the pregnant
pregnancy, we talk about it at the end of the row because I want to take all the essential things for women other than calcium and omega-3. And also we talk about...
Can we start by age, the young child first?
Yes, what I'm talking about
is
necessity for everybody. What I'm talking about is general nutrition. And when you're talking about the hair and the nail, all right, you need a lot of proteins that are abundant in chicken, in fish, in seafoods.
So we have the pyramid of the food.
Yes, the food pyramid.
Yes.
We're talking about the proteins here for bodybuilding, for the hair and nail, and iron, of course, abundant in the meat, as we know also. And of course, hydration is so important, and calcium. And then when we talk about the skin, the collagen, everybody goes now and injects and stuff. I'm totally against this. I like to be 100% natural. I'm 100% natural, as we were talking before the program. And I actually apply what I say. And so the collagen is available in the bone broth. Like if we boil, the chicken, the meat, and the bone broth, you have natural collagen in berries. You have natural collagen, nuts, so seeds, and also the estrogen, a very important hormone for the women, is also abundant in the seeds. We have sesame, like tahina. We use tahina all the time in our foods.
Yes.
It's so healthy for the women, right? And all kinds of seeds, especially anise seed, fennel seed, the black seed.
Yes.
All these seeds are so essential for women.
Yes.
And then finally, the exercise, we would not forget that exercise is so important for our young girls until even old age, 80, 90 years old have to exercise.
Yes, so the sports are
the sports. For younger girls, you have vigorous sports, the cardiovascular.
Yes.
But as you get older, 40, 50 and above, you can go to yoga, Pilates, dancing, stretches. There are very nice exercises that build your muscle without doing a lot of effort on your heart and on your joints.
Yes, but how can women avoid, or the mother take good care for the nutrition of her girl or daughter to avoid obesity?
That's what I'm going to now show you, demonstrate on these plates. This plate here shows you all the food groups that you need to take in different colors.
Yes.
Okay, so the food groups are the fruits and vegetables, the proteins, the whole grains, and the dairy. And you don't have
Could
to
you tilt it to the front
like
a little
this?
bit? Yes.
Okay, is this
Yes, okay.
Very good. The proteins and the whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and dairy.
Yes.
This wheel here is so important in the big meals. Like for instance, if we are having a traditional Egyptian meal, what do we take? We have mahshi, right?
Yes.
Stuffed, and then we have kofta with it, and then we have the yogurt with it, and then we have our salad, and then we end with the fruit. Perfect. This is the perfect meal. You take a little of everything, a little of everything. You just like stuffed vegetables like mahshi. You just don't take tons of it. Just a little of this, a little of kofta, a little of everything. When you do this wheel, all these food groups, your body absorbs the nutrients better, and your health is better. You don't need supplements anymore. Okay? So for instance, when we talk about women's nutrition and we look at this plate here again, I would essentially, the seeds come in the proteins, the seeds and nuts in the protein section. So when we think of protein, we think eggs, we think meat. No, also the seeds and nuts are essential proteins for women that you have to add in your meals. For the girls, for the mummies, I'd like to show this plate here, which I call it my half and half plate. To make things simple, every meal you have to have half of it fruits and vegetable, and half of it proteins and carbohydrates or whole grains. Half and half. Exactly the size of your hands, as you see in the plate. This is the real size of the plate that you eat, which is as big as your hands. So if we apply this rule, and we have all the essential things that we need in the main meals, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then we have the 2 snacks, you're fine. You had everything that you need every day. Plus the water, plus the exercise, of course.
So, Dr. Bakry, we were just speaking about the strengthening the hair. So, most of the women now are seeking for strengthening their nails. So, what is
the hair and nail is the same thing. As I said, the most important thing is the protein that you need, what we call high quality protein. Okay? People go for the fast foods, try to avoid fast foods. Completely, not as much, completely. When you go, if you have to eat outside, there is a lot of nice places, but other places, I do not want to name because we're on television, that sell you, for instance, fake chicken, fake meat. It looks like meat, but it's not. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. Or fizzy drinks that has lots of sugar, has to be avoided. Just eat real food, real vegetables, real fruits, and your nail is going to grow and be very healthy. Then you have also oils, essential oils that you can apply on your hair, like rosemary oil is and flaxseeds gel, which you can boil just flax seeds and apply it on your hair. All natural ingredients, and you can make your hair longer, better. And for the nails, also there are oils that you can apply to the nail beds, plus what you eat from proteins and essential oils will grow your nails, and it will be very healthy.
Yes, we were before we go on air, we were speaking about the colors.
Yes, so the colors, fruits and vegetables. Again, I'd like to demonstrate here the plate. You have the 5 colors of fruits and vegetables. You have the green for detoxification, for the liver, and then you have the red for the heart. It's abundant in for instance, tomatoes, strawberries, watermelon. And then you have the purple color for the antioxidants, like you have in the figs or the berries or the skin of the aubergine, of the eggplant. And then you have the orange for immunity, and we all want our immunity to become better for our health and the kids. Like anything, the color orange, sweet potato, mangoes, peaches, anything that has this color. And finally, you have the white. The white is the natural antibiotic for the body, like the onions and the garlic, for instance. So all these 5 colors, you need to consume it every day. It's your natural vitamin pill.
Dr. Bakry, you were just mentioning now immunity. Of course, we are all thinking of raising our immunity in order to face any, the whole world is now suffering from the COVID-19, of course. So we would like all to raise our immunity, especially women. So what's your advice on
Increase fluids. The first thing, as I mentioned, water. Believe me, water is 70% of the solution, because it's 70% of your body. Increase the fluids, that's number 1. Increase the intake of your fruits and vegetables, because it will raise your immunity right away. Take iron, it's so important for immunity, so eat proteins like I said, like high quality proteins. Avoid sugars, avoid processed foods, because sugars reduce your immunity. So you're going to build it and then you're going to reduce it if you're going to take all these desserts with sugar.
Why should we avoid eating sugar?
Because
taking sugar?
Because of two things. Number one, it will cause diabetes, insulin resistance, and diabetes. That's number one. Number two, it will reduce your immunity. It will really put you in a very bad healthy situation where you are going to catch any disease, you know, that's around, especially the coronavirus and other. So you do not want to have a diet high in sugars, especially for kids. Now we have the prevalence of diabetes in kids, and it's really a big problem because of all the processed sugars around us. Some of the processed sugars are hidden in foods like biscuits, for instance. You know, the biscuits, you know, that you find everywhere. The kids are eating a lot of that.
Yes,
that's also should be avoided.
Yes. So, Dr. Bakry, the natural herbs or the natural seeds like anise, like black seed. So, what's your comment?
All these seeds are so important for women because of the estrogen. As we said, we all need this beautiful estrogen that keeps us young and healthy. And all these seeds are abundant in Egypt. We don't have to import it or anything.
Yes, it's.
And they are estrogen producing, like the black seed, like the sesame, like the fennel, like the anise seed. You can boil them or you can put them in cookies, like I do cookies with them. And it's really healthy for women.
Yes, we can see now that recently the whole world is, you know, going back to the natural seeds for treatment.
Absolutely. The seeds, they have a big benefit.
They don't have the side effect of any medicine.
Exactly, the medicine. We were talking about supplements. I'm not really. I don't like supplements because they have something called fillers. You know, they take the natural form and they add fillers to make it into a pill form. And these fillers to your body are toxins, and they go directly to your kidneys. And so if you take too much supplements, you have two problems. Number one, you're going to have the toxins, and number two, they will not be properly absorbed. So you're just taking it, you're hurting your kidney, and it's not absorbed. In order for the supplement to be absorbed, a doctor has to tell you what exactly you have to take it, which hour and with which food. Like, for instance, vitamin D, you have to take it with fatty foods, right? If you take it at night, vitamin D supplement, you won't sleep. So you have to take it in the morning after your breakfast with the fat, anything that has fat in it, to be absorbed, or else it's not going to be absorbed. You see what I mean? So it's so important when we eat the food in balance, like I'm saying, it will be absorbed naturally. You don't have to worry about it.
Yes. So concerning the pregnant women.
Yes. Pregnancy, you have to add calories. That's number one. You have to add certain elements to make sure that you have a healthy baby. Of course, the folic acid is so important for pregnant women, especially in the first trimester. And folic acid is available in the foliage in folate. Folate is in broccoli, avocados, all the green leafy. Folic acid is so important, and iron and calcium, of course, for pregnant women. They have to add 300 calories a day to their normal diet when they're pregnant, and another 300 calories a day when they're lactating. So lactating women, they have to add 600 calories to their diet in order to produce milk.
Yes. I thank you very much for your valuable information. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Nahla Bakry, a nutritionist. Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for following me in this segment. I leave you with the rest of the segments of the Breakfast Show with my colleague, Shireen Adel.